Cubs. Here are the Giants. Matt Chapman batting leadoff today. Chapman at third. The second baseman, Luis Arraez, bats second. Bryce Eldridge at first base. The cleanup man is Rafael Devers, the DH. Batting fifth in left field, Casey Schmidt. Willie Adames at shortstop. Jung-Hoo Lee is the right fielder. Batting eighth and catching, Daniel Susac. And batting ninth in center field, Drew Gilbert. So there you have the lineups. 67 degrees. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. The Cubs occupy the first base dugout here in San Francisco. Cubs have their traveling gray uniforms, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats, blue sleeves, blue socks. The Giants in their home whites. It's kind of that off-white, a cream color of shirts and trousers. The rest is black and orange. Black numbers trimmed in orange, black hats, sleeves, and socks. And most of the Giants wear orange shoes. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The umpires are already at their particular spots on the diamond. Clint Vondrak calling balls and strikes today. Adam Hammery working at first. Todd Tischner at second. Tyler Jones at third. The announcement of the umpires brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. We are ready for baseball. Cubs trying to sweep the Giants. Back to get it started right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
This season, the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, are making a real impact in your community. The Salvation Army ARC program provides no-cost residential recovery programs for men and women, offering housing, counseling, work therapy, and life skills training to help rebuild lives. Cubs fans can support the cause all season long by donating gently used clothing at Salvation Army thrift stores and special drop-off events. Every donation helps fund recovery and a fresh start for someone in need. Learn more at satruck.org.
It's game time, and that makes it the perfect time for a Flight by Yuengling. At just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories and packed with flavor, Flight is the next generation of light beer. The oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer, Patrick, and this is about as nice a day as you can get here in the Bay Area for a day game here at Oracle Park.
San Francisco Bay glistening in the sunshine in the distance. Lots of boats out there, but you're right, Ron. This is one of the most picturesque settings in all of baseball. It has to be in all of sports.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The boats are lined up right outside the ballpark in the bay. A few sailboats, a few big cruisers, and just perfect day. We're going to have a packed house here in San Francisco.
I'll bet in your younger day you were a cruiser. Am I right on that assessment?
If you're talking about boats, yes. I do like going out on the boat, and I have done that a lot. The sailboat thing was a lot of work, and I've never done that, but having a motor on it is very important to me.
That's good insight right there, Ron. Thank you, and we are ready for baseball. It's Pete Crow Armstrong stepping in. Pete came a triple shy of the cycle last night. First pitch low and away we go.
First pitch, 12:11 p.m. Game time temperature 67 degrees.
Cubs leadoff batter. Pete Crow Armstrong waiting. Leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Pete gets a hit, Benny's will donate $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Logan Webb, big right-hander on the mound, rocks and fires. Fastball is going to be in there for a strike. Ron, if you were in that Cubs lineup today, what's the plan against Webb?
I'd be ready to hit when I got in the batter's box, definitely. Webb is as you described, sinker slider, very good changeup. And he knows where. He usually has good location, just put it that way.
Pete takes a strike. When he's going well, it seems like he gets a lot of ground ball outs.
Well, he's got that sinker, and that works. And then the changeup off the sinker, gets a lot of rollover ground balls. And he has a sweeping breaking ball, and that's kind of mainly because of the arm angle of where the ball comes from. The ball stays somewhat flat.
Now the 2-2. Pete takes low for a ball. He tried to get the young player to chase a bad ball. Pete laid off. Now it's full. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Big crowd on hand. We've had whopping-sized audiences in the first two games. Here's a swing and a miss, strike three. Pete checking with the umpire, Clint Vondrak, asking him, did I swing at a strike? I think he did, Ron. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so, too. This pitch, the thing about Webb is he gets underneath the ball sometimes, and that ball starts going up and runs away from the left-handed hitter. Pete just underneath that last fastball.
One away, game just underway. Here's Alex Bregman. And Alex will look at a strike, 0-1. Webb, big right-hander. Capable of pitching a good ball game every time out. His record 3-4 this year. Here's a swing and a foul back. His ERA a little higher than it's been lately. It's 3.88, which is not bad, but it's not unhittable either. It's his 12th start of the year. Mentioned that sinker run. That's one reason he's only given up 4 homers in 67 innings. Here's the pitch to Bregman, cracked on the ground, and a diving stop by Adames from his knees, throws to first, and it's not in time. The throw pulling the first baseman Eldridge off the bag. A wonderful stop by Adames. I think he had a little more time than he realized, Ron. He tried to throw from a knee, and that's a long throw for a shortstop to make.
Yeah, he throws a one-hop throw, but it's on the inside part of the bag. Eldridge comes off the bag the way you're supposed to and make sure you get the ball first. Unable to make the tag, so it will be first hit for the Cubs by Bregman.
Infield single, no score, one away. Michael Busch, the batter. And the pitch on the way to Michael is low and in.
First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Webb has walked only 19 men in 68 innings. The next pitch, that's going to be in there for a strike.
Yeah, that's why when you're in the on-deck circle, you might as well get your mind ready. When you walk in the batter's box, be ready to hit. I just don't think guys like this, you wait around too long. He's got good weapons, and then you're hitting defensively. I would be ready to hit this guy when you step in the box.
It's down low for a ball, 2-1. Beautiful Oracle Park in Northern California, 391 to dead center. The alleys are very big, especially right center. Here's a swing and a line drive towards center. That's a base hit. One hop, gloving at Gilbert, getting it back in. Stopping at second is Bregman. Back-to-back singles. Busch hit that ball hard.
Yeah, he got that two-seamer running away from him, and he smokes this ball right back where it came from. So nice at bat for Michael Busch. Bregman and Bushy both hit those balls right on the button.
415 to the deepest part of the park. That's way out in right center. 399 to deep left center. Down the line in left, 339. A short 309 down the line in right, but the wall is about 20 feet high. Here is Ian Happ with an RBI opportunity. Taking a strike. Ian cracked a home run last night, his 16th of the year. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And now the 0-1 from Webb. Happ hits a ground ball back to the mound. Webb throws to second for one. Over to first. Double play. 1-6-3. Cubs don't score after a half. Giants coming up in a 0-0 game. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Busch. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games.
Our engineer is Tanika Burrell. Nice to work with Tanika. Does a terrific job working with Ron and Zach and yours truly. We go to the bottom of inning number 1. Matt Chapman will lead it off against Ryan Rollison. Now the question is, Ron, how long do you think Rollison will last?
I would say ideally for the Cubs, they would want him to throw 1 and maybe get into the second inning, but probably an inning. And then they would turn it over to Colin Ray.
Chapman, a .260 hitter, takes outside.
Giants have totally changed around their lineup, specifically because of Rollison pitching. So they've moved Chapman, who's been hitting 7th, way up to the top of the lineup just so he can see the left-hander.
Fastball in there for a strike. The Giants' offense sputtering, managing only 1 run in each of the first 2 games. Good outings by Javier Assad and Ben Brown. And the Cub bullpen. Here comes the 1-1. That's outside and high. 2 balls and a strike. Chapman has 6 home runs. He's one of the best defensive third basemen that we see, Ron.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He has made some great plays here in this series.
Here's a smack on the ground at third. Bregman says, I can play third base too. Makes a good stop and then throws to first in time. Bregman also a good man to watch defensively at third. Made a good play there.
Yeah, made an excellent play. This ball has double written all over it going down the line. And Bregman just cuts this ball off deep at third and then does a very good job of getting his feet underneath him with the long throw across the diamond to get the out. Excellent play by Bregman.
Ron, you played that spot for many years. When you stop a hard hit ball, you know you probably have time to make your throw.
Yeah, you can. That's the biggest issue for younger players, is they get in too big a hurry.
Luis Arraez fouls it away. Would that be all positions or just third?
I would say the infield in particular. You know, the guys you get a ball drilled at you and you make the catch, you got all kinds of time. So now get your feet set, get your body moving towards the target you're throwing, which is first.
Fly ball to left, routine for Happ, drifting over toward the line, makes a one-handed snag. And that's out number 2. Nothing game. Bottom of the first, and the batter, Bryce Eldridge.
I know Craig Counsell, he's probably really hoping he gets a clean inning out of Rollison, but so far so good. He's only thrown a few pitches in this first inning. Boy, you'd love to get another 2-pitch at bat and get out of this inning.
He's made 6 pitches grand total already. 2 down, no score, bottom of the first. Curveball to Eldridge is down low. Cubs have won 3 in a row, trying to sweep the series, trying to have a winning road trip through Colorado and San Francisco. Bouncing ball right side. Easy play for Ramirez. Short throw to first by the second baseman in plenty of time. Nice job by Rollison. 1, 2, 3. 0-0 game at the end of 1 on the score. And the North.
Hit on a line, down in left center field, and the Blue Jays have walked it off. The rookie, Valenzuela's the hero. Toronto comes back in the bottom of the ninth to win it 3-2.
Freeman to center field, a base hit. Number 2,500 in his career. The first major league hitter in 7 years to reach this mark.
Another homer by Matt Olson. His second home run tonight, and it is his 19th of the season, his 50th RBI.
What a return off the IL for Dylan Cease. 6 innings, just 1 run, struck out 11, tied a career high with 29 swings and misses in this game.
Montgomery hits a fly ball pretty well, deep left, and it is gone! He's won it! No chance! This is a night Braden will never forget.
And the first pitch, a swing and a blast, left center field, deep in the gap, traveling and gone! Welcome back, Byron Buxton. It is a leadoff home run, and the Twins on one swing have a quick 1-0 lead.
That was middle, 98 miles an hour, and it left 112 miles an hour, 428 feet. Buck's 19th of the year, 26 leadoff homers now for Byron.
That ball barely got above the height of the batter's eye.
It was screaming.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball.
There's a fastball. There's a flying bat. It's a high car.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
It's brought to you by C-Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time.
Okay, Zach, thank you. Second inning, beautiful day in Northern California. Michael Conforto to try to crank up a Cubs rally. The left-handed batting outfielder will be followed by Pedro Ramirez and then Carson Kelly. Cubs are home tomorrow night at Wrigley against Colorado. First pitch to Conforto is outside. That's a 3-game series against the Rockies. Game time 7:05 tomorrow night. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Here comes the 1-0. Conforto looking at a strike. 1-1. Conforto at 237. 4 home runs. He's driven in 13. Big crowd. Plenty of Cub fans are here. The 1-1 pitch hit in the air to right center. Well hit, but very playable. And the center fielder Gilbert makes the catch. One away. Here's Pedro Ramirez.
And I think what you're seeing is Cubs, they are on the attack. You know Webb isn't going to, he's not going to beat himself. He's going to throw strikes. For the left-handed hitters, they're the guys that you really need to do the damage today. They're hitting much better against him than right-handers.
Here's Ramirez. He'll bat left-handed and check his swing and take down low. Pedro with his first big league home run in last night's game. Is there any chance a big league player would ever forget his first major league home run?
Not a chance.
Here's a swing and a drive toward right center. Converging are Gilbert and Hu Lee. And Gilbert, the center fielder, makes the catch. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, I think that is such a big moment in your career when you do that. It's just etched in your memory. I think it'd be very hard to forget something like that.
Here's Carson Kelly. He's the DH today. Carson hitting .277. And the pitch by Logan Webb is outside for ball 1. Catch myself looking out at the boats on San Francisco Bay between pitches. Deep drive to left, but it's going to be playable for Schmidt. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Logan Webb. Webb gets 3 fly ball outs here in the second inning. 0-0 ball game.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Spencer Jones still seeking that first big league homer. Cranks that in the air to center field and deep. Quad back, looking up. There it is. Home run number 1 for Spencer Jones. And what a loud shot it was.
Oh, my laundry. That was a rocket.
Boy, does that feel good for him. His first home run went 443 feet and out of here at 112 miles an hour.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Puede ser el dueño de grandes.
Bottom of inning number 2, Ryan Rollison, the left-hander, still on the mound. He has a bright red glove. The long-legged lefty fires a pitch to Rafael Devers, and it's high for a ball. Zach gently corrected me that Carson Kelly is the catcher today for the Cubs. Moises Ballesteros is the designated hitter. Here is a swing and a miss, 1-1. And Ron, I was coming off that emotional high of being a guest on Zach's pregame show with John Miller. And
no, I understand. I feel it every day.
You know that feeling. Here's a high fly ball to right. It's playable for Conforto. Routine catch for out number 1. So Rollison has set down the first 4 Giants. And Craig Counsell says that's plenty. 4 is about all I wanted. He's going to make a change and go to the bullpen. So pitching changes for the Chicago Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. 0-0 game, second inning. This is the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Bryce Matthews, who struck out looking his first time up. Matthews getting the start in left field tonight. Matthews hits it in the air pretty well to center. Going back on it is Rafaela at the wall, looking up. See you later! Bryce Matthews with his first long ball of the year, right by the Phillips 66 home run pump, and the Astros lead 4-0. That went 434 feet just to the left of straightaway center, and it was 111 miles an hour off Matthews' bat.
He has taken it to a new level here today against the Red Sox. He was absolutely overpowering. 13 strikeouts. That is a career high.
Going back is Reynolds at the wall. Up, and he makes the catch to Rob Ohtani of the home run.
Nando to left. Bleday going back. It is gone! Up over the fence on a line.
The stutter step at third is back. A game winner against the Reds.
Hit your first big league home run off Shohei Ohtani.
Do you feel lucky?
A 2-home run night.
Giants hitting hero Pittsburgh.
Padres lead the Orioles 4-1 last of the seventh. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Colin Ray, the Cub right-hander, now in the game. No score, second inning. One away, bases empty, and the right-handed batting Casey Schmidt will take a strike. Ron, as you think about Colin Ray's outing today, what's on your mind?
Well, he's a guy that's he's got a good fastball, and he's going to be a command guy. He needs to have good command around the edges of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
And it's that back and forth, whether it's fastball slider like we just saw here, or fastball change, kind of that split that he throws. But he will be back and forth speed-wise against this Giants crew all day.
Ray always works from the stretch. He brings it, swing and a miss, strike three. That didn't take long. A 3-pitch strikeout recorded against Casey Schmidt. Scoreless game, 2 down, bases empty, second inning, and the batter is Willie Adames.
Oh, that's that extra fastball we were talking about. Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. Now, our partner, Zach, has been on a roll Bosching, so Zach, you're up again today. You're the main Boscher.
First pitch in there for a strike to Adames.
I like this pressure.
Yeah.
I say the Cubs complete the sweep today here in San Francisco.
All right. You heard it here first, folks.
Always good to think positively. Here's the 0-1 pitch down low for a ball. And the count 1-1.
Speed Gun today powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price. For 5 years, Xfinity, imagine that. Collins fastball right just a touch under 95 miles an hour, topping out so far today.
Adames taking outside. The count now 2-1. The stretch by Colin Ray. The tall right-hander brings it. It's hit in the air to center. Deep but playable for PCA. Backpedaling onto the track now. Makes the catch just to the left of straightaway on the warning track. 3 up, 3 down. We go to inning number 3. Moving right along. No score. Cubs and Giants on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
TimberTech.com. Huh?
All right, Zach, we go to inning number 3. Bright and sunny and a perfect day for a game here in the Bay Area. Moises Ballesteros will try to crank up a Cubs rally. Dansby Swanson on deck, and then Pete Crow Armstrong. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. First pitch in for a strike to Ballesteros. Moises, half a dozen home runs, hitting .233. Third baseman Chapman well off the line against him. And the 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Would you like to start the attendance guest today, Ron?
I sure can. I'll say that twice. Probably helps when I turn my microphone on, usually.
I would say that's pretty good policy. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Webb to Ballesteros, and it's taken low for a ball.
I will say 39,000 flat.
Okay, that would be a whopping crowd. That would be the biggest audience of the series. Check swing. Ballesteros is out. He tried to hold up and just couldn't do it. And he is the strikeout victim. One away, third inning, 0-0 game. Cubs had the best scoring chance. That was right away in the first. One out singles by both Bregman and Bush put two men on, but Ian Happ wrapped into a double play. The Giants have not yet had a base runner through 2 innings. Here's Dansby Swanson taking a strike, 0-1. I'm going to guess 37,173.
Okay.
Swanson pops it up. Shallow center going out Arise, coming in the center fielder, and Gilbert makes a running catch. I don't know if Arise saw that ball. The sun can be tough in the daytime here.
Yep, and the one thing that really helped Gilbert, he did not get a good break on this ball at all, but he is very fast, and he just outran the play. The one thing, the wind, when the ball goes way up high, the wind is blowing out towards center. So it blew that ball towards Gilbert to help him out a little bit.
Here's Pete Crow Armstrong, and he will swing and foul it away. I was thinking about Pete last night, Ron. He had, in his first 3 at-bats, a homer, double, and a single. So he had a couple of at-bats to try to get a triple to complete the cycle. He did not complete that. He struck out a couple of times, but he will hit for a cycle. Here's a chopper foul. Maybe not in this park, but I just feel like he is a perfect example of a guy quite capable of hitting for a cycle in just about any game.
Yeah, no, I would agree. There's no doubt. He's one of the fastest guys in the league with power, so that's a good combination.
Pete with 12 home runs. Here's the windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pulled foul toward the Cubs dugout. A bunch of guys bail out on that hot smash.
Defensive alignment today, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling, handle. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com.
If Pete can get on here, he might think about stealing a bag. Let's see if he can reach. He takes down low, 1-2. Cub fans all over the ballpark. Many of them right behind the Cubs' first base dugout. Now the 1-2. Pulled foul, and the count's still 1-2.
Pete having a pretty good at-bat here against Webb. He's been behind in the count right away, but he's fouled off some pretty good pitches. A bunch of sliders coming into him.
Now the pitch by Webb to Pete Crow Armstrong. A check swing he just held up in time.
Great take, great pitch. That pitch, change up just off the outside corner down. Pete didn't chase it.
Scoreless game, third inning, the 2-2 pitch. Just outside, 3-2. He doesn't want to walk him, not with his speed. He might get something to hit right now. The pitch by Webb. Swing and a foul at the plate. Webb kind of dropped down to about three-quarters sidearm with that delivery. It looked different than any of his other deliveries all day.
Yeah, a little sidearm changeup to Pete. Pete stayed on it and fouled it off. So this will be pitch number 8 in the at-bat for Pete.
Now the veteran Webb coming back. Here's a line smash. That's going to be a fair ball. Fair ball bouncing off the sidewall. Pete is going to hold with a single. The first base umpire, Adam Hammery, made the call. The Giants might challenge the call.
I like what they're doing right now. Adam Hammery is going in to talk to the home plate umpire, Clint Vondrak. I think Clint Vondrak is going to call this ball foul. No, they're gonna stick with their call, and now San Francisco going to challenge. They're not. So the ball, it looked like it hit to our right of the first base umpire, but the issue we have here in our booth is the massive production of ABC Sports did not give us a monitor for our booth today. So that was very good of them.
Thank you. Very little.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here's a pitch on the way to Alex Bregman. It's taken down low for a ball. Actually, it's a strike, 0-1.
Big shots of ABC. I know it's a tough day. Show up once a week and can't do it, but that's all right.
How do you keep up a pace
I
like
don't
that?
know. It's just tough, but someone's got to do it, I guess, Pat.
Throw to first, chasing Pete Crow Armstrong back to the bag. I knew there was something missing in this booth.
Yeah, that great big monitor that we have right in between us so we can actually see different plays. Yeah, that thing.
It's all coming back to me now, Ron. Thank you. Here's the stretch for the 0-1. Pete is running. Big jump. Throw to second base. They'll never get him. Sometimes when a guy has that big of a jump, you know he's going to steal a bag unless he falls down or something.
Yeah, great jump by Pete. He started the pitch before he was hopping off the base, and I don't think Webb was paying attention to him. And then Pete did it again, but then just kept going, and he steals second base easily. Stolen bases by the Cubs are sponsored by Turo Tire. Turo Tire's hometown tire, called safe at Turo.com.
Now here's where Bregman would love to come through in the clutch and drive in the game's first run. He had an infield single his first time. Right-hander to right-hander. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. That's one he wishes he would have swung at.
That's the one you want to hit. It's that breaking ball that starts out at your front hip and breaks over the inner half of the plate. If you can hold your ground as a hitter and not flinch, boy, you put a swing on that one. That usually ends up in the left field bleachers.
Here's a wild pitch, bouncing all the way back to the screen. Pete Crow Armstrong scampering to third. So now even an infield single could drive in a run with a man at third and 2 down.
Well, Webb trying to make the adjustment. He did not like the idea of that pitch before that being a hanging breaking ball, even though Bregman didn't swing. So he makes the adjustment, holds on to it a little longer, and then bounces it in the left-handed batter's box.
Let's see if Bregman can come through. Full count on Alex. The lead at third by PCA. The pitch fouled away. Did you have anything in particular with 2 outs and a man at third? Any kind of an adjustment you might make offensively?
Well, there were a lot of times you'd pay attention, to what the pitcher is trying to do to you and how he's been trying to get you out. And then in a game where runs are tough
Bregman
to come
hits
by,
a little looper into shallow left, coming in and making a sliding catch is Schmidt, the left fielder.
And you got to pay attention to what they're doing. I thought Bregman had a good at bat and just didn't quite get that one to fall.
Good play by Schmidt. Made a sliding catch in shallow.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
He'll be all right.
He put this show on, and he got a standing ovation.
Hitting all for the Dodgers. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They put the focus on you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bottom three in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants are scoreless. Hazy sunshine, 68 degrees at the moment here in the area known as the China Basin in downtown San Francisco. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees.
The China Basin. Thank you, Zach. Jung-Hoo Lee will lead things off and take down low from the right-hander Colin Ray. Scoreless game. Giants without a hit. Cubs have a couple of hits, but none in the real clutch hit area so far. Ray comes back. The ball banged foul on the ground, right side.
Third inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go.
Can I give my guess in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game?
I thought you'd never ask. Here's the 1-1 in there for a strike.
Well, today is apparently the first Hello Kitty Day at Oracle Park. They've got 4 of them throughout the season. Google it. It's a really
that is outstanding.
Yeah, popular global icon here, and they're giving it away.
1-2 pitch hit in the air, left center, converging. Pete Crow Armstrong and Happ. It falls between them. It's a leadoff single for Jung-Hoo Lee.
Now this ball, I was watching Pete as he was going for this ball in left center, and then Ian was trying to make a play for it too, and it just drops literally right between the two of them for a base knock.
Leadoff single, first hit of the day for San Francisco, the batter Daniel Susac. Cub infielders looking for a ground ball, something they can turn. Swing and a miss by Susac.
Now, Zach, you were saying about the giveaway here?
Yeah, the Hello Kitty giveaway, the global icon, and just coming
global
into
icon.
Yeah, it's a global icon. And
Pat, did you know anything about this global icon?
No.
I was at a 0-2. Okay, go ahead, Zach. Sorry, my bad.
No, I'm going to hear more about it now.
Yeah, and the lines were unreal today coming to the ballpark, Oracle Park here in San Francisco. So my guess is going to be 40,000.
Oh, wow.
So you informed us of all of that other stuff just to get to your total. I like that.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Fouled away off to the right. When I hear the word global, my ears perk up.
Absolutely. Did you get your Hello Kitty, whatever doll? Is it a doll today?
It's a keychain.
Oh, it's a keychain.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get your keychain today?
I did not.
Huh?
Did you want one?
I did.
Sorry to hear that. Ground ball to short. A charging Swanson has it. Go to second one, and that's all. The ball not hit hard enough to get 2. But Daniel Susac is safe at first. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Jung-Hoo Lee is out. Still a scoreless game in the third. And here's Drew Gilbert.
Now we're going to have to keep an eye on Zach if he's missing out on a global icon, Pat. I feel bad for him.
Well, instead I got to talk to 2 icons, Pat and John Miller of the Giants.
Wow.
In our pregame interview.
Good recovery.
I thought you were talking about Ron and me. And Ron, were your feelings hurt there a minute ago?
Not really. No, we're okay.
0-1 on Drew Gilbert. We're in the third inning. 0-0 game. Susac takes his lead. And the next pitch taken outside for a ball.
I got other issues. The no monitor thing is kind of that's got my attention here in the early going of the game. I just don't know how those guys from ABC can get all this done all in one day. Just don't understand.
Well, they can't. That's the point. Here's a liner to left, and it's caught by Happ. Running backhand, grabbing the throw all the way back to first. Almost doubled him up, and the Cubs might challenge that call. The runner, Susac, not running 100%, scampering back to first. The throw from Happ, a one-hop throw all the way across the diamond to first. They might have had him.
Yeah, it's close. You like seeing Ian make that play. It's just one of those things. When you don't hustle on a ball field, boy, things can go the wrong way for you in a hurry. It almost helped out the Cubs.
No challenge. 2 outs and a man at first. Scoreless game, third inning. Matt Chapman, the batter. And he'll take a strike. I like that old-fashioned decoy move that an infielder makes when the throw is coming in.
Yeah.
You're not even acting like you're getting ready to catch it, and then all of a sudden you jump into action and grab it and try to tag the man. Or what you're trying to do, I think, Ron, is trying to get him to come back standing up instead of sliding.
Yeah, kind of lull him to sleep a little bit that there's going to be a play, absolutely.
That's one of the oldest tricks in the book.
Yeah. You know that old saying, an oldie but a goodie? Mm-hmm. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. Now the 0-2 from Colin Ray to Matt Chapman. Swing and a foul back. Scoreless game here in the third.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Thinking of this booth, I will not miss these chairs when the series is over.
Nor the floor.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air to left. Over toward the line is Happ. Lots of room. Makes the catch to end the inning. Giants don't score. It's on to inning number 4. No score. Cubs and Giants on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Looking for the best team in the American League? You got to go to Tampa.
And the Rays have won another.
The Rays are cooking, and they're doing it with their own special recipe. It starts on the mound where Drew Rasmussen, Steven Matz, Nick Martinez, and Big Mac Shane McClanahan are holding it down.
And a big swing and miss. He got him with the hard stuff.
This rotation is just suffocating opposing hitters, pitching to a sub-3 ERA backed by a lights-out bullpen. At the disc, Junior Caminero is proving he's an elite middle-of-the-order masher.
And that one's gonna go. Home run, Caminero.
And don't sleep on Jonathan Aranda and Yandy Diaz bats either. Those three have combined to drive in more than 90 runs already this season. Playing in the same division as the Yankees, Tampa will need to maintain their momentum. Maybe even kick it up a notch. But this season's Rays seem to be up to any challenge.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere, except where McKinstry needed it right here, and he loses his footing.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I've ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. Yeah, that looked like it would have been a home run, fellas.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Club Citgo app save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Whole bunch of games in progress. Bottom of the 8th inning in Baltimore. The Padres are leading the Orioles 4-2. The Yankees and Blue Jays tied at 3. They're in the top half of the 7th inning. Davis Schneider with a solo home run for Toronto. Mets on top of the Braves 6-1. Bottom of the 7th inning.
Michael Busch leads off the Cubs' 4th inning and takes outside from Logan Webb. What else, Zach?
Gabriel Moreno with the go-ahead home run for Arizona. Pat, Diamondbacks lead the Reds 4-3. They're in the last of the 8th in Cincinnati. The Cardinals with a 3-2 lead over the Twins, top of the 7th in Minnesota.
Bush checks, takes inside, might have foul-tipped that ball inadvertently. It's 1-1.
J.J. Weatherholt with a 2-run shot for St. Louis, his 10th of the year. The Brewers on top of the Phillies 4-0. Top of the 7th in Milwaukee. Blake Perkins with a 3-run home run, his first of the season. Royals leading the Astros 4-0. Middle 7 in Kansas City. Michael Garcia with a 2-run double. The White Sox lead the Dodgers 6-1. Bottom of the 6th inning on the south side. Colson Montgomery with a 2-run shot, his 17th. Rockies and A's tied at 5. They're in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Here's the 1-1. Bush hits it in the air, left side foul territory, dropping back in amongst the customers.
And a few finals on the board, Pat. Marlins double up the Pirates 4-2. The Nationals a 10-1 drubbing of the Mariners. James Wood with a leadoff shot, his 20th. Tigers and Guardians rained out in Cleveland.
Zach, thanks for the update. Zach will be along to work the 5th inning with Ron Coomer. 0-0 game. Top of inning number 4. Bush leading off the frame. Fouls it away. Bush having a good series. Had a big 3-run homer in game 1. That was the biggest blow of the game. He was on base 3 times last night. And he had a base hit his first time up today. So he's been on base just about every time you look up. Now the 1-2 lifted to left, shallow and playable. Chapman, the third baseman, running out, and the ball is caught by Schmidt. I thought those two were going to collide there for a second.
Well, Chapman playing in that shortstop position with the shift on as the shortstop Adamson right behind the bag at second. And finally, Schmidt came in and called Chapman off right at the last second to make the catch.
One away. We're going to pause 10 seconds right after this first pitch to Ian Happ. Ian wrapped into a double play in the opening inning. He swings and misses. 10 for ID on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score in Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
The 0-1 to Happ swings at a pitch that dipped down below the strike zone, and he foul-tipped it. 0-2. Cubs trying to sweep all 3. They already have a series win, which is significant. It's their first series victory since sweeping the Reds 4 in a row back in early May. Happ looks at a ball down low, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Cubs with a win today would have 4 wins in a row.
Colorado at Wrigley the next 3 starting tomorrow night. Toronto comes in over the weekend. Happ pulls the ground ball foul. What a World Series Toronto and the Dodgers had last autumn. My goodness, that game 7, unbelievable.
Yeah, how many plays happened in that game that could have ended the game? The catch, the outfield catch, the play at the plate. Wow, by an inch.
Here comes the 1-2. Happ will take strike 3 called. Second out in the inning. Scoreless game, 4th inning. I was looking at what Yoshinobu Yamamoto did last night. He took a no-hitter into the bottom of the 9th inning. But Tristan Peters had a home run for the White Sox, but Yamamoto run, he did something in that World Series that was so impressive. I couldn't even believe it. What did he pitch? 7 innings in game 6.
Yep.
Comes right back the next night and goes another 2 or 3 innings. It's just unheard of. He was the MVP of the World Series.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's for sure.
And I was reading a quote from former Cub pitcher Mark Pryor, who now is the Dodger pitching coach, about Yamamoto and his stuff. I'm going to read it and let you comment about it. He says, he can attack the plate on both sides from ball to strike probably better than anybody I've ever seen.
Got it.
Here comes the 1-1. Conforto takes a strike. What does that mean to you?
So what he's saying to me is from ball to strike. So when the ball is coming towards the hitting zone or towards home plate, it starts out a ball and comes back to the strike zone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, that means he has pinpoint command of the pitch coming to the zone. The issue most guys have with that is the ball fades or comes back to the middle of the plate, not the edge of the strike zone.
And those are the ones you like as
a
hitter.
Yeah, when they're coming towards the middle of the plate from out to in the zone, that's a very good pitch to hit.
But I was thinking how hard guys throw. As I read that comment, I thought about it for a minute. I thought, so many guys throw 95, 97, close to 100 miles an hour. The time that you have as a hitter to make up your mind, yes or no, whether to swing, is very, very brief.
Yeah.
You're talking about a fraction of a second.
Yep, absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So balls that come, as Mark Pryor is saying, from ball to strike, in other words, looking like they're going to be a ball, and in the last instant they jump into the strike zone, those have to be hard to hit.
Very much so. And that's where, you have to pay attention to what a pitcher is doing so you don't give up on certain pitches. When I say guy gave up on a pitch, that's the thing.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed by Conforto. 4 shutout innings so far for Logan Webb. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 0-0 game on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, it's Ron Coomer. This season, my partner Jeff Neidiger and I are honoring our heroes through
And a call, strike 3. Change up right down the chute.
Watch his bite on this ball. Whee! Right at the bottom of the zone.
Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Sanchez.
Well, that changeup rears its ugly head again, this time to Haggerty, and see how far out in front he was of that one.
Swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Sanchez. He's mixed it in all his pitches. And he picks up another K.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Thai Cubs.
And these are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
We move into the bottom of inning number 4. Pitchers have dominated the early chapters of our story today. 0-0 game. Luis Arraez first up in the Giants' 4th. Looks at a strike. Arraez, a legitimate 300 hitter, 324 at game time. It's a lot of line drives. Not a big man. He's a contact hitter. Next offering missing high, 1-1. Bregman shallow at third just in case he thinks about laying down a bunt.
Yeah, Arraez, he's the ultimate in spray the ball around the field.
The 1-1 spanked foul down the left field side.
Cubs playing defensively in the outfield. Suzuki playing almost straight up a little bit towards right center, but Pete way around towards left center field.
Here's the set, the 1-2 pitch, bounced right back to the mound. Good reaction by Colin Ray. He throws to first in time. You don't have a lot of time as a pitcher when a big league ball player hits one right back at you. Ray gloved it and made the play. 1 down. The batter is Bryce Eldridge.
Ray got rid of that ball once he caught it like it was a hot potato.
Yeah, he did.
He threw that ball right over to Bushy and short-hopped him. Bushy made a nice play. He wasn't even at the bag yet.
Michael kind of looked at him like, what's the rush?
Yeah, we're okay. He's got 90 feet to run. You got the ball still.
Colin Ray has set down 4 in a row. 1 away, scoreless game, bottom of the 4th. Beautiful day in Northern California. Here's a swing and a miss by Eldridge.
So far between Rollison and Ray and Webb, these 3 guys have been dealing here in this ballgame.
Ray coming back to the plate, missing inside. 2-1.
What Colin's doing today, having the opener, and then him coming in with 1 out in the second, isn't always the easiest thing to do because it takes you out of your normal game routine as a starter.
Dribbler back toward the mound over on the third base side. Ray will throw to first and just gets him. Colin had trouble getting rid of the ball, didn't have the right grip, had to re-grip it, if you will, and then make his throw.
Yeah, that in basketball, that would be called traveling, but I think Eldridge, I don't necessarily know if he was running all the way, and he thought it was going to be, and then he got close to the bag, and the ball did a bang play at first base.
2 down, no score, bottom of the 4th. Here is Rafael Devers.
But you're the basketball guy. Don't you think he traveled on that one?
I would say he came close to traveling. Here's a little line drive into right field, a base hit. Ramirez, the second baseman, tried to make a leaping try, and on a line drive run, sometimes your footwork is not exactly where you want it to be, and that's what happened to Ramirez on that play.
Yeah, you don't get the opportunity to set yourself and jump, and the ball's coming at you at about 100 miles an hour, so you just get over there and try to do your very best. And Devers with a line drive single to right.
2 down, a man at first. Casey Schmidt, the batter. Right-handed hitting outfielder, struck out his first time. Swings and misses. He was trying to launch one with that cut. Cubs have not yet named any of their starters for the 3 games against Colorado. They all start at 7:05 tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Here's the liner into shallow right, coming in and diving, and the ball gets away from Conforto. Racing to third and holding on a double is the runner, Devers. Conforto came in, tried to make a diving catch. It was slicing away from him. He just got the fingertips on the ball, and it rolled behind him. He got enough of the ball so it didn't get too far away from him.
Yeah, he comes in and then has to go over with the slice, as you're saying, Pat. And fortunately for the Cubs, he did get just enough of it to where it trickled past him, but only about 10 feet. If that ball goes by him without contact with the glove, that's a triple and a run score.
Second and third, no score. Willie Adames hits a fly ball to left. Happ is right there. He's got it. And Colin Ray gets out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. Scoreless game as we go to inning number 5.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away.
She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture.
In San Francisco, the finale of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Giants. We've got a pitcher's duel, scoreless ball game. The Giants ace right-hander Logan Webb on the mound. The Cubs will have Pedro Ramirez, Carson Kelly, and Moises Ballesteros due up in their half of the 5th inning. Cubs with 3 hits so far this afternoon. Same deal with San Francisco. Ramirez digs in, switch hitter batting from the left side. Webb rocks back and deals, and that pitch is in there for a strike. Slow-moving breaking ball that spun into the zone, 0-1. Ramirez flat out to center his first time up. Webb calling his own pitches via the PitchCom device attached to his belt. Here's the kick and pitch. And Ramirez, it's a pop fly, shallow center, drifting back Adames, and the shortstop makes the catch. As Ramirez is retired, 1 away.
Adames has always been very good on going back on fly balls and pop-ups. We saw that for years with him being in Milwaukee, and very aggressive going back for that ball and made a nice play.
Carson Kelly digs in, scoreless game, top of the 5th, Cubs and Giants, 1 away. Kelly flat out his first time up, right-handed batter against the right-hander Webb, and here's the pitch. In there for strike changeup, 0-1. So we've got a lot of kids listening. It's an afternoon ball game. I'm sure a lot of kids in the car with the parents. What's the key for an infielder dropping back to catch those pop-ups? Here's the 0-1. Kelly looks at a ball low and outside, 1-1 the count.
Well, I think just the mechanics of it is you, first of all, you don't really want to take your eye off the ball on a high fly ball in the infield when you're going back. That's first.
And the 1-1. Kelly hits a one-hopper to Adames at short. He fields and fires to first, 2 away.
You know, the second thing when you're going back, you want to overplay the ball. So the one thing you don't want to do is underplay it. You want to make sure that you run that extra step. We always have a tendency in that play to run and then have to reach for the ball instead of taking one more step and making a play. But Adames has always been very good. Dansby's another one. He's really good at going back on infield pop-ups.
Moises Ballesteros at the plate, looks at a changeup for a strike, 0-1. 2 down, top of the 5th here in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants are scoreless. Webb facing home plate. Now he whirls and deals. The 0-1, Ballesteros takes a ball up high, 1-1 the count. Where we're situated here at Oracle Park, the vendors start walking right in front of us. You almost want to grab some of the stuff they're trying to sell. It's really cool. Here's the 1-1. It's low, 2-1 the count. Granted, it would be frowned upon.
Yeah, well, you know, you got money. We're
yeah,
okay,
that's
but
true.
You're got an inkling for some
cotton candy. Yes,
cotton candy.
Yeah,
okay.
Got them in all different colors.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes, emphatically. The 2-1, Ballesteros hits it foul on the ground off to the right, 2-2.
Now, I can honestly say I can't remember the last time I've had cotton candy. Have you? Can you remember?
No, but usually
we see it every day, but we don't. Yeah, we don't.
But not this up close stuff.
Yeah,
right?
that's very true.
And that's the appeal, I think. It's great marketing. The 2-2. Ballesteros looks at a ball low. He's worked a full count.
Now we will be going to New York here soon after the homestand, to your hometown. And that happens there too, where they walk in front of us. Yeah. Even the fans get involved in the game with that one.
Ballesteros lines one down the right field line. This will roll all the way to the wall. Ballesteros chugging for second base, gets there standing up with a 2-out double.
Well, you were hoping that Ballesteros, this would be one of the guys for the Cubs lineup that, would do some damage today. Lefties are much better against Webb than righties, but Ballesteros in particular, because his bat stays in the hitting zone so long when he's at the top of his game. And that one, he got a pitch he could handle. And he just hit a line drive through the infield, but hit it so hard it went all the way down to the wall in straight right.
So a man in scoring position. Ballesteros at second with 2 away here in the 5th. Scoreless game against the Giants. Dansby Swanson digs in. Webb delivers. Swanson fouls it back off to the right, out of play. 0-1.
Dansby got a good pitch to hit there. He got a slider. That breaking ball started out inside and came over the inner half of the plate. Just fouled it straight back.
Webb working on the first base side of the rubber. He checks Ballesteros at second. Now the 0-1. Swanson takes a strike, a cutter on the outside edge. 0-2. Doubles by Cubs batters, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. 0-2 the count with 2 away. Ballesteros at second. Swanson waits. The pitch. High and outside. 1-2. Fastball from Webb.
Yeah, that was a little setup pitch because you'd thrown him breaking ball, cutter, fastball away, now breaking ball.
The pitch is pop foul out of play off to the right. A sweeper. He called it Coombe from Webb. 1-2.
Cubs right-handed hitters over the last month have seen more breaking balls than any other group in baseball.
So let's see if Swanson sells out to the off-speed delivery here with Ballesteros at second. The pitch off the outside. 2-2. That was a cutter.
So really what he's trying to do for strikes to get the out, he threw one straight fastball that was a show-me pitch, but it's either been a breaking ball or the cutter.
Swanson calls time. So you're thinking, if you're Swanson right now, you got to look breaking ball.
Well, you got to do one or the other. I would say you got to make sure that you cover the outside part of the plate. I'd give up trying to cover the inside, and I'd try to cover the outer half and see if I could shoot one in the hole.
The 2-2. Swanson pops it up left side, foul territory behind the third base bag. Chapman fighting the sun, makes the catch for out number 3. And Ballesteros stranded at second base. Middle 5, Cubs and Giants are scoreless. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fan.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance.
But it's stuck to the landing. That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
And even though you're dejected down 3,
first pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6.
Fastball outer third up. He's ready for it.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
All your favorite Games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Meet and greet with a current Cubs player. Learn more at Cubs.com/Wrigley Field Experience. Now that sounds cool. Last of the fifth here in San Francisco. Cubs and Giants are scoreless. The finale of this three-game weekend set. Cubs looking to complete the sweep. Colin Ray on the mound. Jung-Hoo Lee at the plate. Here's the pitch. And Lee looks at a strike, a cutter from Ray, 0-1. Ray works on the first base side of the rubber. Lee, a left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. This is up high with a fastball. 1-1. Bregman playing in wide of third, almost halfway between second and third on the diamond. Here's the 1-1. And this is a broken bat looper over the head of Bregman for a base hit down the third base line. Lee, big turn at first. Bregman retrieves and gets it back into the infield to hold Lee to a single.
Second hit of the game for Lee. Neither one of them have been struck all that well. This ball just over Bregman's head lands. I don't know if it dented the outfield grass when the ball landed, kind of like a butterfly. Bregman chases it down. I'm really surprised Lee didn't try to go to second base. You know, Bregman's going to be the guy that picks the ball up and throws it. He is sprinting kind of out towards the left field corner when he picks this ball up. But Lee did not challenge Bregman and stays at first.
Daniel Susac at the plate, the catcher. He shows bunt, bunts it up the third baseline, racing in, barehanding Bregman, throw to first, dug out by Bush, in time to get Susac. Excellent play. And advancing to second base on the sacrifice bunt, Lee, one down.
Well, they're going to give him a sacrifice bunt. This is an excellent bunt by Susac. If you know, I mean, and an even better play by Bregman, who was playing back, not expecting to bunt. He comes in, bare hands this ball, throws a low throw to Michael, and Michael Bush at first base makes another great pick. He's had, I think, 3 of them today now that he's picked out of the dirt.
Drew Gilbert at the plate and looks at a ball low from Ray. 1-0 the count.
Tough plays. Oh, I'm sorry, Zeke.
Go ahead, Coon.
Tough plays of the game. That's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough, and that play all the way around was a tough play.
Correct call. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Gilbert taps it foul off to the right. 1-1 the count. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi, one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Man at second base in Lee, 1 down. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Cubs and Giants are scoreless. 1-1 the count on Gilbert. Ray deals. Gilbert swings, and it's a pop fly, shallow left, down the line. 3 Cubs in the area. Hack dives, it drops in fair around third, and coming home to score is Lee. And cruising into second base with an RBI pop fly double is Drew Gilbert. 1-0 San Francisco here in the fifth.
Now, neither ball that was hit in this inning for hits has been hit hard at all. This one, a bloop double, and it just stays inside the foul line. Ian slides for it, but can't get to it. It lands, and Gilbert, who runs well, easily cruises into second. The issue was whether or not Lee came closer to third and then ended up going once he saw the ball was going to land, but that'll be the first run of the ballgame.
Matt Chapman at the plate with a man at second. The pitch. Chapman looks at a strike from Ray, a fastball clocked at 95 miles per hour.
Sometimes this game is a strange game. You do everything right for Colin Ray, and you give up a single and a double, and not a ball hit harder than you'd hit with the opposite end of the bat.
Last pitch low.
Crazy.
1-1 on Chapman. Yeah, you think about all the players who are trying to consistently have these exit velocities in excess of 100 miles per hour. That one hit at 85 miles per hour. Here's the 1-1. Chapman pops it up. Right side, foul territory. Ray giving chase, but this one in the stands just to the left of the Cubs dugout along the first base line. How about Colin Ray?
How about Carson Kelly? Carson looked at Ray and went, I got nothing, sorry. He looked up into the sun and he had nothing. He had no idea where that ball was going. That's a bad feeling on a baseball field. You're like, oh, I know I'm supposed to go for this ball, but I have no idea where it's at.
Now the 1-2. Off the outside to Chapman, 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can forgive a catcher, right?
Oh, yeah, it happens to everybody. But for the guy behind the plate, he's got the toughest job with the pop-ups going back behind him.
Long set by Ray. Man at second. Now the 2-2. Chapman fouls it back off the screen. They'll do it again. I always laugh when I see Carson Kelly in the clubhouse prior to games. He's got this T-shirt that says, "Everything hurts."
Yeah, it's great.
He's never afraid to show you all the different welts that he's accumulated after each game. He is banged up. Tough guy. Here's the 2-2. Chapman swings, lines one to deep center. Crow Armstrong races back, near the wall, leaps, and this one is gone. 2-run home run for Matt Chapman. And the Giants now up 3-0 over the Cubs here in the 5th.
Now this is one of the few pitches Chapman has had on the inner half of the plate. He drops the head of the bat down on it and just hits a line drive bullet. This ball center, actually middle of the plate, but down maybe below the knees. And this is a line drive that Pete tries to catch up to, but it just sails over the 391 marker and straightaway center.
7th home run of the year for Chapman as Tommy Hanavy makes the walk out to the mound to have a conversation with Ray. A 405-foot blast by Chapman. Exit velocity 107 miles per hour. 3-0 Giants here in the 5th. And you often hear Pat say this. Sometimes it's the littlest things that lead to a big inning, and that's what's happened here in the 5th to the Cubs.
Well, a broken bat single, and then a pop-up down the left field line, just a pop-up. And, you know, you had infielders and outfielders trying to get to it, couldn't, and it ends up being a double. And then one big swing, and now you got a 3 spot. There's been 1 ball barreled up in this inning.
Here's Luis Arraez with a 1 down here in the 5th. The pitch. Arraez bounces one on the right side, fielded by Bush, wide of the bag, underhand toss to Ray, covering first in time, 2 away.
Now, good pitch by Ray there. He got the little jam shot ground ball by Arraez.
Bryce Eldridge will dig in. 0 for 2 today. This rookie's been impressive, hitting at .311 on the year with 5 home runs. Righty-lefty matchup. Ray sets above the belt and deals. Called strike changeup.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Ray works the 0-1, and it's in there for strike 2, a cutter. Gorgeous afternoon here by the bay in San Francisco. Temperature right around 70 degrees. Easy sunshine. Now the 0-2 delivery. High and tight to Eldridge. 1-2. Ray peers in. That's the sign from Kelly. Straightens up. The kick and pitch. Eldridge fists it foul out of play off to the left. Count remains 1-2. Cubs looking to complete the sweep here in San Francisco. They'll have to rally to do it. Here's the 1-2. Just misses off the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, pretty good pitch there by Ray. A little backdoor slider, just missed the corner.
So Ray is ready. Here comes the 2-2 offering. That's low to Eldridge, full count. Went with a changeup there.
Ray's pitch count still in good shape, only in 54 because of the opener. Ralston did his job and got 4 outs, so Ray's pitch count still in very good shape.
The payoff pitch, Eldridge bounces it foul behind the plate. Just got a piece of a changeup to stay alive. 3-2. Rafael Devers on deck, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Giants with a 3-0 lead. Ray works his motion and deals. And misses high and outside, ball 4. 2-out walk for Bryce Eldridge. And it'll bring up the dangerous Rafael Devers.
Now Ray trying to stay away from Eldridge the entire at-bat. And just couldn't in the last couple pitches clip that outside corner. Eldridge did not chase it. Now you got to deal with Devers.
He's got 9 home runs this season, an enormously powerful left-handed batter. The pitch, low. 1-0 the count. Devers on the year hitting at .236. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Righty-lefty matchup. Ray deals. Up high to Devers. 2-0.
Big pitch here in this game. Cubs down 3-0 here in the 5th. You got a 2-0 count on a guy that is going to look for a certain pitch. You just can't throw it down and in.
Eldridge at first. The 2-0 to Devers. Misses outside. Went with a fastball. It's now 3-0.
Yeah, Ray was not going to give in and throw him a good fastball in the middle of the plate.
Ray's ready. Here comes the 3-0. Devers swings and pops it up. Left side, foul territory. Racing over Bregman, but this one's in the stands. 3-1. It's a fastball on the inner half near the top of the zone. The video board prompting the fans here in San Francisco to make some noise at Oracle Park. They oblige. For a few seconds. And the 3-1. Devers fouls it away, out of play, off to the left second deck. Another fastball from Ray. It's a full count.
Yeah, 2 good heaters right under the hands of Devers. That's a good spot. You can stay there. That's outstanding. It's the ball down and in. That's the issue facing Devers.
Eldridge at first, 2 away. He goes. The payoff pitch, high and outside, ball 4. So the inning continues. Back-to-back walks by Eldridge, and now Devers, 2 on, 2 away. And Casey Schmidt due up with the Giants up 3-0 here in the 5th.
Now Schmidt has doubled in this game and is also punched out. His strikeout was the first hitter that Colin Ray faced in this ball game.
And back in the 2nd inning, time called. Carson Kelly out on the mound talking to Ray. Bregman and Swanson join in on the conversation.
Nobody warming up in the Cubs bullpen, even though there's some guys walking around. Ray's pitch count's still in very good shape. He's got to be right at 62 pitches. So he is still fine. I think he was really concerned about making a bad pitch to Devers. And you'd rather go to the next guy than make a bad pitch and go down 5-0.
So now it's a righty-righty matchup. Ray to Schmidt. And this one's popped up. Foul off to the right. Bush giving chase, but it's in the stands behind the Cubs dugout along the first base line. 0-1. One thing we've noticed about Ray during his time with the Cubs, he doesn't get rattled by traffic on the bases.
He's just a professional guy. You just see him continuing to execute pitches.
Here comes the 0-1. In there for a strike fastball from Ray to Schmidt. 0-2.
Schmidt was looking for everything but that fastball. That one just locked him up, and that was just inner half fastball.
0-2 the count. Ray deals. Oh, it hit Schmidt. And now the bases are loaded for San Francisco with 2 away.
Definitely not what Colin Ray was hoping for. He got ahead in the count, and then this one just gets away from him, and it's Schmidt in the left shoulder.
So now Willie Adames will dig in. He's 0 for 2 today with a couple of flyouts. Dangerous situation here in the game. Giants with a 3-0 lead, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. San Francisco with the bases loaded. And Ray trying to work out of the jam with Adames at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. These guys former teammates in Milwaukee. Ray sets at the belt. The kick and pitch. Low and outside to Adames, 1-0. Adames on the year hitting at .230. He's got 11 home runs. Ray delivers. And misses off the outside, 2-0. Eldridge at third. Devers at second, Schmidt at first. 2 away. The 2-0. Adames cracks one on the ground, fielded on a high hop by Swanson. Throw to second in time for the force. And Ray works out of the jam, but not before the Giants score 3 times to take a 3-0 lead after 5. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat.
Now Tyler Callahan. Tyler Callahan hits a high fly ball deep to right field. Do you feel lucky? Callahan's first big league homer is a no-doubter. Magnum force. It's 2-1.
Boy, there's no telling where that one landed, Greg. That one was way, way, way out of here.
That was impressive.
427 feet.
That's some serious power from Tyler Callahan.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right, right on a cliff.
Come right back after the Giants struck for 3 runs in that 5th inning, and they lead 3-0. Pete Crow Armstrong will try to crank up a Cubs rally. Alex Bregman on deck, and then Michael Busch. Logan Webb, big right-hander, has allowed 4 hits so far. Cubs need some more to win this game. Swinging a looper, shallow left. That's going to fall in there for a base hit for Pete Crow Armstrong. He is going to take a big turn and hold on with a leadoff single. So Pete didn't hit it hard, but hit it in a good place. Shallow left, leadoff base hit, Pete's second hit of the day, and it brings up Alex Bregman. Bregman 1 for 2. For Armstrong to be held by Eldridge at first. Here's the first pitch to Alex Bregman. Ground ball right side. It'll be fielded by Arise. Throw to first in time, with Pete Crow Armstrong advancing to second on the play. So one away and a man at second. And it brings up Michael Busch to try to drive in the Cubs' first run. Michael with a single and a fly out to left. He's got 42 runs batted in. He would love to add to that total right now. Pitch to Michael, dips low and outside, ball one. Cubs had 2 hits with 1 away in the first inning, but Ian Happ wrapped into a double play. And that's the only time they've had more than 1 man on base at any time in the game against Logan Webb. Strike called, 1-1 to Busch. Sometimes getting that first run against a good pitcher is the tallest task you'll have all day. The 1-1, it's low and outside for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, he's had good command. He's only made a few mistakes in the ball game with some breaking balls that he's hung, but you know, when you only throw a few of them, you know, a couple of them have been taken and 1 fouled back that I recall.
A lot of movement on his pitches, Ron. He kind of slings it up there, 3/4 sidearm, in there for a strike, 2-2.
And with that movement, he does a very good job of pitching to locations that he really wants the ball to end up to. When you look at his video and the patterns of where he pitches, his slider against righties ends up where he wants it. The 2-seamer ends up where he wants it, and you see that. That makes for very difficult at-bats.
Swing and a miss. Busch is out on strikes. Changeup. He was out in front, and down he goes.
And where's that pitch? Down and away, right where you want it to be.
5 strikeouts for Logan Webb. And with 2 down now, Ian Happ ready to step in. Ian has bounced into a double play and struck out. Cubs could use a long ball right now. Here's a swing and a looper, shallow right, racing in. Lee makes the catch. Cubs waste a leadoff base hit by Pete Crow Armstrong. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Giants 3 and the.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward. And that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Coming on, Schumann dives, makes the catch. Max Schumann, great hustle right there.
Caught by Rengifo. Rengifo says not today. Schmidt's back, he's at the track, he leaps, and he makes the catch.
Diving stop backhanded by Hoskins. A perfect feed to Ciccone.
What a play by Hoskins.
He slides, and did he hold on? He did.
Just get him the 3rd Gold Glove right now.
Gilbert jumps up. He caught it.
He just made a spectacular play. Caught by Rengifo. Boy, has he been tested. That ball smoked right at him.
Cody reaching out, he's got it.
Oh, how did he grab that?
And he slides, and he's there.
No nightmares there.
It's over by the sidewall, slides. He made the catch. He hangs on.
Speaking of arms.
Wow. A howitzer for Abreu.
To the right side. There's a stab by a running Alex Freeland.
Backhanded nicely by McMahon. Oh, a rocket.
Line drive left field, and Mangum will make the catch.
Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. And Colin Ray on the mound. He had an opener in Rolliston, but he's throwing the ball pretty well. Gave up 3 runs last inning, Patrick, but 2 balls, 1 a bloop single and a broken bat single, and then Chapman with 1 big swing hit the home run. But Ray has done his job so far.
Cubs offense just has not been able to solve the mystery of Logan Webb so far. Bottom of inning number 6. Jung-Hoo Lee first up against Colin Ray. First pitch strike, 0-1. Plenty of boats out on San Francisco Bay. Sun kind of glistening down on the water. The next offering pulled foul on the ground right side, 0-2. All kinds of different boats, some large freighters it would look like, some sailboats, fishing boats. Here's the pitch outside for a ball.
That does not seem like a bad afternoon being on one of them sailboats cruising around out there.
Yeah, looks nice.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-2. Christopher Cross, was he the artist that sang Sailing?
Yeah, yeah.
Take me away to where I...
Yeah, Yacht Rock. There you go. See, I knew you're into it. I got it.
Here's the bouncing ball toward first, and Michael Busch will glove it in foul ground. 2-2.
Now, I would think Yacht Rock, Zach, probably came from either here and Los Angeles kind of thing. What do you think?
May have. Somewhere in a music hotbed.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Christopher Cross, I think, is a Texan, if I'm not mistaken. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Looped into left center. Pete Armstrong is there to make the catch. And that's going to be out number 1.
Like I said, Yacht Rock would come from Dallas. But, you know, there's not many yachts in Dallas, but you can see the whole idea of it here up and down the coast of California.
One away, and I hadn't even thought of yachts in Dallas until you just brought it up, Ron.
It's kind of tough. They're kind of centrally located in a really big state.
Thinking about the Cowboys, and they probably can afford a few yachts.
Yeah, I would think there's a little bit of money in Dallas, but I think of ranches when I think of Dallas and the Texas area.
Now, Ron, you earlier were pointing out during lunch hour here that you're in the restaurant business, and there was some kind of an item of food that you did not recognize.
Yeah, that's correct, yes.
Some kind of a mystery meat. Here comes the 0-1 pitch fouled away by Daniel Susak.
It was not meat. It was some kind of white substance. I thought, you know, so in the salad bar, you know, usually at the end of the salad bar, they do a bowl of fruit or like blueberries. And what goes in the morning with blueberries? Usually a little yogurt, maybe, right?
Sure. Swing and a miss. Good curveball by Colin Ray. Strikes out Daniel Susak. And that's out number 2.
So I kind of went with it, but it looked a little suspicious. And when I got to my table and set my stuff down, I tried it, and it wasn't yogurt.
Did you ask somebody what it might have been?
No, that would be too easy.
Gilbert will take a strike.
Or make too much sense. I just ate the blueberries that were on the side, and we just gave that the Heisman.
So it was a white substance.
Yeah.
Did it have a good taste?
I took one bite of it, and I knew it wasn't yogurt, and it was kind of a cross between like a yogurty thing and like a whipped cream. But there was nothing that was being served that whipped cream would kind of go. So we just took a pass.
So you're not going to try to feature that in your fine restaurant in Lockport, right?
Not if I can help it.
2-1 on Drew Gilbert. Gilbert batting 9th in the order, had a clutch run-scoring hit back in the 5th inning. And that preceded the game's big blow, a 2-run home run by Matt Chapman. Neither team with an error. 3-0 Giants, last of the 6th. Still time. This is a nice day. It's a day when you can hit some home runs, Ron. The ball's going to carry.
Yeah, the ball really carries this time of the day here in San Francisco. And the wind is blowing out hard towards right center.
2-2 pitch is wide. Off the outside, 3-2.
I thought the home run by Chapman, if that was hit last night in the dark, I doubt if that ball goes out of the park. I would think it either short hop the wall or hit the wall.
Here's the ground ball to second, fielded by Ramirez. And he'll throw to first in time. No runs, no hits, but one food item that looked yogurty. We go to the 7th inning. It's the Giants 3.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but squirrel. Squirrel.
Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Coming on, Schumann dives, makes the catch. Max Schumann, great hustle right there.
Caught by Rengifo. Rengifo says not today. Schmidt's back, he's at the track, he leaps, and he makes the catch.
Diving stop backhanded by Hoskins. A perfect feed to Ciccone.
What a play by Hoskins.
He slides, and did he hold on? He did. Just get him the 3rd Gold Glove right now.
Gilbert jumps up. He caught it.
He just made a spectacular play. Caught by Rengifo. Boy, has he been tested. That ball smoked right at him.
Cody reaching out, he's got it.
Oh, how did he grab that?
And he slides, and he's there.
No nightmares there.
It's over by the sidewall, slides. He made the catch. He hangs on.
Speaking of arms.
Wow. A howitzer for Abreu.
To the right side. There's a stab by a running Alex Freeland.
Backhanded nicely by McMahon. Oh, a rocket.
Line drive left field, and Mangum will make the catch.
Cubs nothing. The 7th inning is sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. Pat?
Okay, Zach, time for a Cubs rally. As we move to inning number 7, Logan Webb still in the game. Webb at 86 pitches. So he's getting near the end of his day of work. But he's pitched a good game. 5-hit shutout so far. Let's see if the Cubs can come back. Michael Conforto fouls it away, 0-1. Pedro Ramirez on deck, and then Carson Kelly. Conforto today has flied out and struck out. Now the right-hander comes back, and it zips in there for a strike, 0-2.
Excellent pitch by Webb there. No backdoor breaking ball. Ball starts out well off the plate away and comes back and clips the outside corner.
He hides the ball well before he delivers, Ron. Webb brings it from way back behind his body. And then all of a sudden it's on top of you. This pitch is outside 1-2.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think that's a good observation because he gives you a lot of motion, a lot of windup, but you never see the baseball. The arm stays behind him in the entire windup.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Conforto is out, number 1. 7 strikeouts for Logan Webb. Cubs are down by 3 runs, and the batter is Pedro Ramirez. Let's see what's happened on this date in baseball history. And a pitch on the way to Pedro, and he'll look at a strike. Webb, at this point, not messing around, going right after hitters with a 3-run lead.
Guys, I just came back from the kitchen, and I found out what that white substance was that Coombe did not like earlier today.
Do I want to know?
Here's the 0-1, bouncing ball to second, routine play for Arise, and that's going to be out, number 2. What is it, Zach?
Sour cream, which understandably you would not think would be next to the blueberries. So there you go, Ron. That's why you didn't like it.
But yeah, now I've eaten sour cream. I don't understand where the sour cream went with the rest of the program that they were. Maybe they just, I don't know.
Fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Gilbert. 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Giants 3 and the Cubs nothing on the score in the Northwestern.
The 2-2 got a piece of it.
Yeah, she had a very good swing.
Oh, look at this. Here go the sprinklers. The sprinklers have fired. Pedro soaking wet.
He's laughing. Seems unfazed by it.
Oh, goodness.
His smile is so infectious around this ball club. I have never seen this happen
This
before.
is comedy.
Pedro's just taking a little shower.
This is absolute comedy. It's a Lourdes Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newt Bar fan. What a present for mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
Ended up just shot putting it. Not blocked when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score on Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Getting ready for the bottom of the 7th inning here in San Francisco. Giants 3, Cubs nothing. A reminder that all...
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these two socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
Hernandez throws on the first and just does get Kendall. He doesn't agree with that call. Now it comes Lloyd McClendon again. And now Lloyd McClendon has been tossed.
And he just kicks some dirt and he's upset. And
100 on this date, June 14, 1959. Juan Marichal, former All-Star Giants right-hander, pitched a no-hitter 1963 on this date against Houston. Pete Rose began his 44-game hitting streak on this date with 2 hits against the Cubs in 1978. Now here's a big day. It was a big day for the Boston Braves. 1952, Warren Spahn struck out 18 Cubs in a 15-inning game, something you would not see today.
No.
And that tied Jim Whitney's National League record of 18 strikeouts in a game. And on the same day, the Braves had a scout by the name of Dewey Griggs. He signed a Mobile, Alabama youngster by the name of Henry Aaron. 1952. Here's a pitch swung on and fouled away by Matt Chapman. Nolan Ryan struck out 19 Red Sox on this date in '74. There's a pitch that misses down low. It's 1-1. Willie McCovey of the Giants had his 513th home run, establishing himself as the National League's all-time left-handed home run leader. And he had a lot of those home runs right here in this city, not this ballpark. He played at Candlestick Park. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Drilled to deep left, down the line, foul and out of play.
Now, at Candlestick, It was not a good park for right-handed hitters, if I remember right. Is that correct?
The wind blew in from left and out to right.
So out to right. That was going to be my question. Was it more of a park to hit the ball to right field and get the ball to carry?
To the point, Ron, as this pitch is fouled away. Willie Mays, a right-handed batter, learned how to hit the ball the other way.
Yeah.
And many of his home runs later in his career went to right or right center.
Yeah.
You would have appreciated that.
Absolutely.
Now the 2-2 to Chapman. And that's going to dip down low for a ball. Cubs and Colorado at Wrigley the next 3 nights, starting at 7:05 each game. Cubs have not announced any starters. This ball is outside, and Ray has walked the leadoff batter. That might get the Cub bullpen going. In fact, Craig Counsell heading to the mound. He might make a change. He will. Chapman walks. That's the end of the day for Colin Ray. Pitching changes. They are worth noting.
Cubs pitching changes. They're sponsored by James Harding.
How do you go from a triple play to a two-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, "Neil, where you go?" And he said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's back.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la suba.
In his teenage years, he would sail on Texas lakes like Lake Travis near Austin.
Lefty to lefty now. Hobie Milner, the long-legged left-hander for the Cubs, working on Luis Arraez.
And that inspired the iconic song, Sailing.
Here comes the 1-0. It's outside for a ball. Christopher Cross, he did New York. What's the song with the Dudley Moore movie? The Moon in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
I believe he wrote that, and he did Sailing. He did Ride Like the Wind.
Yeah.
That was a great song from yesteryear.
Now, have you ever seen the documentary of Yacht Rock?
Of Yacht Rock?
Yacht Rock.
Maybe I have. I'm not sure if I have. Here's a bunt toward first. Milner has it, shovels to first in time. Good play by the pitcher. Shoveling the ball to Bush on the bag. It is a sacrifice for Luis Arraez. In all honesty, he was bunting for a base hit, but he will get credit for a sacrifice. And the batter is Bryce Eldridge.
Yeah, pretty good bunt by Arraez, but if he just didn't quite bunt it hard enough, if he bunts it a little harder, it's probably going to be a base hit. Cubs defensively did a nice job of getting the out.
3-0 Giants, bottom of the 7th. One away, a man at second. That might be a big run out there. But Yacht Rock?
Well, it just kind of goes through all of what happened in that era of that 70s, music. That it's a very good documentary. It's done very well. A lot of Michael McDonald and Christopher Cross and, a lot of the Doobie Brothers stuff.
Kenny Loggins?
Kenny Loggins, absolutely. But it's a good documentary.
I think I have seen that. And now the set for the 1-1 pitch. It's on the way, and it's in there for a call strike. 1-2. But this date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Fouled away. Go ahead, Ron.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partners of the Chicago Cubs and Yacht Rock today.
Now the 1-2 from Milner. Fisted in the air, base hit left field. Rounding third and heading home. This throw by Happ is going to be offline. And the Giants have scored again. It's 4-0. Soft line drive the other way by Bryce Eldridge. Scoring from second is Chapman, and the Giants lead by 4.
Now that side of the diamond wide open. Shortstop Swanson playing right up the middle, and Bregman playing somewhat close to third, considering the left-handed hitter because of the man at second. You can't just leave the base vacated, and Eldridge just a little inside, tried to do too much, just a little inside-out swing, and just dumps it into short left.
Eldridge with his 14th run batted in. Chapman has good running speed, and he scored standing up. Devers, the batter. Raphael will take a strike. That run is charged to Colin Ray as he walked the leadoff man Chapman, and he's the man who scored.
I think Cox came into the game, Pat, to pinch run for Eldridge.
And that's the runner at first right now. Thank you. 4-0. Final game of the series, final game of the road trip for the Cubs. And the pitch on the way. It's inside for a ball. It's always a tall task, Ron, to try to sweep a big league team in their park, especially at the end of a road trip. I'm not complaining or making excuses. It's just the way it is.
Yep, I don't disagree. And then you throw the West Coast, West Coast in on it. I think, it's just one of those things. You hope to split when you go out to the West Coast. That's always been the case.
Throw to first, close play. Bush receiving the throw. The Cubs might challenge. Craig Counsell holding out the hand like a policeman with the palm out. And he says, nope. One down, a runner at first. 4-0 Giants. Last of the 7th inning. And this pitch is lifted into shallow left, angling over Bregman into foul territory, now making the catch. And the runner took off, not knowing how many outs there were. He's going to be doubled up at first. Raphael Devers went to sleep. And that's a double play, 7-5-3. It happens even in the big leagues. We go to the 8th inning. It's 4-0 Giants over the Cubs on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw. Morning.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Up the middle, diving play by Swanson to first. What a play! Volpe on the backhand, goes to third brilliantly for the easy out.
Leday coming up hard. It falls. Rounded third. Leday fire. Oh! It's there! He's out! What a play by Leday!
Charging in and making a diving catch, Barracoto.
Going back is Reynolds at the wall. Up and he makes the catch to Rob Ohtani of the home run.
Line drive towards second base on one hop. A nifty pick by Holiday and got him. That might be the best play on grass.
Raley backed up to the wall and he makes the catch. Line to right. Nootbaar comes in and makes makes a sliding catch.
Tommy Troy makes another sliding grab out there. The answer is Kevin McGonigal with the glove at Comerica Park.
Putting on a show. And it's Velasquez who makes a sliding grab.
Back Trio, and he leaps and makes the catch. Bangs up against the wall.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
It's 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Ron, the runner who forgot how many outs there were was Jonah Cox. I think I might have said it was either Eldridge or Devers. That was incorrect. It was Cox. Cox stays in the game defensively in center field as we go to the 8th inning. Moises Ballesteros just wants to get on base. Logan Webb at 94 pitches. He's had very good command today and very little solid contact against him. Working on a 5-hit shutout. This pitch is fouled away. 1-1.
Yeah, he's at 95 pitches now with the 2 pitches here in this inning. And he has been at the top of his game today, absolutely.
The next offering in there for a strike. Schmidt has come from left field in to play first base. Gilbert in left, Cox in center, Lee in right. Let's see if Moises can get on. It's a ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed batting designated hitter. And the pitch on the way. It's taken high. Mitch Rosen, our great executive producer on Cubs radio, listening. The song was When You Get Caught Between the Moon and New York City. That's the tune. I know it's crazy, but it's true. Fastball, strike 3 call. Ballesteros out on strikes. It just seems like a lot of the Cubs hitters not picking up the pitches from Webb today.
I think, they're all looking for one pitch and they're getting the opposite. Webb has been very good today. Now, have you ever been caught between the moon and New York City, Patrick?
I wouldn't know if I was.
Oh, okay,
just
checking. Yeah.
It's awfully personal. Here's the pitch low and outside for a ball.
13 years together. I think we're past that.
Let's see, what would that mean? Caught between the moon? I've not been anywhere close to the moon. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Bounce toward the middle. It hits the second base bag. It's going to be a base hit. Dansby Swanson will take it, and let's see if that strange play sparks a rally.
Well, you just never know, right? This ball just a little cue shot back up the middle. And Arai's going to field this ball and probably get the out if he just plays catch. And it hits the bag and goes all the way to the shortstop. Just a very odd play. As Adames fielded this ball, it got misdirected by a good 20 feet.
Cubs could use a long ball right now from Pete Crow Armstrong. 4-0 Giants. Pete has 2 hits today. He's singled a couple of times, also had a stolen base. In fact, he is 6 for 12 in the 3 games, having a good series. Average up to 268. Third baseman Chapman way off the line. Swinging a line drive right to the second baseman. You cannot hit a ball any harder than PCA just did. He smoked a line drive, but directly to Luis Arraez for out number 2.
Yeah, this ball well struck, and this is Webb going right after Cubs hitters in this inning. He's right at the end of his pitch count. You can believe that. I got to believe he's at 101 now, so, he's at 102. But he is still in the ball game.
Bregman needs to keep the inning alive if possible. Bush is on deck. You kind of get the feeling the Cubs need something on the board in this inning to have a chance to win. We are in the 8th. Giants trying to salvage one out of the 3. Swing and a miss. Still a lot of good movement on these pitches by Webb.
Yeah, he does not look fatigued really at all. That last slider was a great pitch.
Bregman 1 for 3 with a single. The pitch to Alex. A little looper, shallow right down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. And going to third is Dansby Swanson. It's a wild throw, and Dansby's going to get up and come in and score a run. And going to second on the play is Alex Bregman. Now there's a bizarre play for you, Ron.
Boy, this is just a bloop single. You know, the first baseman, Schmidt, who's now at first, holding the runner, so the ball just bloops, barely gets to the outfield grass. He fields this ball, and then he fires all the way across to third to try to get Dansby, and Chapman makes the mistake of not trying to come up and just catch the ball. You know, he tried to stay right at the bag and catch the ball and tag Dansby at the same time, and really you weren't going to get him out, and you got to come up and just stop the ball. It got past him, and Cubs end up scoring their first run. Now, I don't know if he's coming out of the game or not. He is not. He just came out, give him a little blow, and he's going to stay in the game.
Opponents' errors, by the way, and there was an error on the throw by Schmidt, the first baseman. Opponents' errors, sponsored by North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. Cubs are on the board, 4-1, no RBI. A man at second for Bush, who drives one in the air to right, down the line, in the corner. That ball is going to be caught. The right fielder for the Giants, Hooley, just made a great catch to end the inning. What a play. I thought for sure that ball was going to be up against the wall. Jung Hoo Lee made a running catch in the corner, slammed into the wall, and held on to the baseball. What a play.
Yeah, this is about as good as you're going to get down in that corner in that short porch. And that stops the Cubs rallying.
Cubs get a run, 1 hit, 1 error.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Beer, and more beer. Hey! It's like Jenga.
Broken bat for Freeland. Ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Barger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "dump here." He's got a 62 shirt.
That's pretty awesome.
That's just impressive preparation.
Big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From the jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, they've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs the official source for your Chicago Cubs gear. Pat?
Okay, Zach. Casey Schmidt leads off the bottom of the 8th inning against Ethan Roberts, the Cubs right-hander. First pitch low and away. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And the pitch from Roberts to Schmidt, pulled on the ground sharply past third foul. It looks like Zach Zaidman is the closest in the attendance guessing. The actual figure today, a whopper, a sellout of 40,093. And Zach's guess was 40,000 flat. Here comes the 1-1. Down low for a ball.
Now, two things kind of come to mind about that. One, Freddie from our media relations was up here in the booth early talking to Zach, so that's a little suspicious. But to Zach's credit, he knew a lot about Hello Kitty, so he knew this was going to be a big deal.
Here is a pitch inside for a ball, and the count is 3-1.
So you got to give it to him.
So you think the Hello Kitty is somehow related to the attendance guess?
We found out it was an international sensation today. Isn't that what he said? Right? Something like that?
I'll say yes. Here's a high pop-up on the infield. Coming over is the third baseman, and Bregman lost the ball in the sun. He lost the ball in the sun. Nothing you can do about that. It's going to be a base hit for Casey Schmidt. And the game has kind of gone haywire here in the last half hour or so, Ron.
Yeah, been a lot of odd plays. There's no doubt some soft hits that have been in, some great catches. Now Schmidt hits this ball a mile in the air. He doesn't run, and he just trots down the first and gets to first. If he runs, he'd be standing on second base right now. So, you know, this has been just some very odd plays here in the last half hour.
That's a gift single for Casey Schmidt. Please stay tuned for Zach's postgame show. It'll be somewhat of a truncated version today. Postgame show, the Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show, the official bank of the Cubs radio network. Popped up right side. Does anyone see this ball? Yes. And Bush makes the catch alongside Ramirez, who says, "Thank you, Michael."
Yeah.
And that's out number one.
Ramirez came in. They both kind of converged on it, and then Ramirez kept looking up, and Michael faded back where the ball was going to be, and I don't think Ramirez saw that ball either. He was a good 10 feet from where that ball was going to land.
4-1 Giants, bottom of the 8th inning. Jung-Hoo Lee steps in. What a catch he made on the top of the inning. That certainly saved a run. And who knows how many more potentially.
Yeah, and that's the game-saving play, because if that ball hits, the Cubs score another run. Now it's 4-2, and you got a man at second base, and the Cubs got something going, and he makes this miraculous catch in the corner, slamming against the wall and in the corner. What a play.
And he hasn't played all that many games out there, Ron.
Yeah.
This is his first year. Isn't this his first year?
Right.
Jung-Hoo Lee. And the pitch on the way, it's outside. Now he spells his middle part of his name H-O-O.
Who?
When I first saw it, I thought it would be W-H-O.
Yeah.
Three balls and no strikes on Jung-Hoo Lee. The pitch on the way, and that's going to be a strike.
So did we establish when we were in Chicago playing these guys? Now, is that all one name and then Lee's the last name, or is it first name, middle name, last name?
I think that Zach knows more about that than I do, Ron, so I'm going to defer to Zach to answer that very interesting question by you. There's a swing and a foul back, and that's why you're a journalist, Ron. That's good thinking. Zach, what's the story?
Pat, if you look up at the center field video board, it says Jung-Hoo Lee. Jung-Hoo is where the first name would usually be, and Lee where the last name would usually be. So Jung-Hoo is his first and middle name, and Lee is his last name. So there's no hyphen. It's not like Pete Crow Armstrong.
So you're saying that Who is his middle name, and
well, it's technically part of his first name. It's all one, Jung Hu.
So you said it's not like Pete's, but now would you say Crow is his middle name?
I would not say that.
Yeah,
no.
okay, that's what it sounded like. I was like, well, that's not right either.
But anyway, Jung Hoo Lee was a decorated player in the KBO, the MVP there in 2022. 5 gold gloves in the KBO.
We saw that today.
That's the Korean Baseball League. Here comes the 3-2 pitch on the way to Jung Hoo Lee. The runner at first goes. This pitch is hit in the air to left. Happ's going to make the catch, and he's going to fire it back toward first, but it's too late. The runner Schmidt was oblivious to the fact that it was a fly ball out and had to really scamper to get back to first. 2 down. We're in the 8th inning. Giants on top 4-1. And Daniel Susac ready to step in. Glancing to the Cubs' 9th inning, Cubs are going to have Happ, Conforto, and Ramirez. And if they hope to win, they'll need several more hitters than that. Susac will check and take a strike. Ron's going to name the toast of the game, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. That's coming up in the 9th inning. Ron just gave the thumbs up. And now the 0-1 from Ethan Roberts. Lifted foul to right and out of play. 40,000 here. Big crowd on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in mid-June. I was looking at the calendar, Ron, and anticipating with great joy the warm summer days and nights at Wrigley that we're looking at here in the next few weeks and months.
Yep, it will be nice to come home to some nice weather at Wrigley. Packed houses at friendly confines.
Great time of the year, summer in Chicago. And now the 0-2. The runner goes, pitch low and away, throw to second base, not in time. That's a stolen base. The throw by Kelly kind of into the runner. Nothing Ramirez could do. He tried to lunge to catch the ball, but then he knew he wouldn't have a chance to make any play on the runner. It's a tough play for a second baseman.
Yep. Try to throw that ball inside just a little bit. That allows the fielder to go get the ball and make a sweep tag. That one kind of faded on Kelly a little more probably than he'd have liked. Good effort, but a stolen base.
Roberts 1-2 to Susac. And it's taken low and outside.
Well, catch of the game today. Do we got a catch of the game that you can think of? Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
Here's the 2-2 to Susac. Popped up, shallow right. Might be trouble. Is trouble. It's a base hit, and a run is going to score. And the Giants lead 5-1. A hit right off the hands, and it falls into shallow right to drive in the 5th run for the Giants. 5-1.
That is the 4th hit that's all been centered around either getting on or scoring a run for the Giants today. That's been hit and hardly made a dent in the outfield grass. They've not been hit hard, but they have found a hole.
Susac with the RBI, and Susac stealing second on the first pitch to Drew Gilbert. He had an enormous jump. I'm surprised that nobody yelled to let Roberts know the runner was running when he was in the set position.
No, Susac hop, and just went, and Roberts stayed set and then threw to the plate.
The 1-0 to Gilbert, that's going to be outside. He gets a stolen base for that. 5-1 Giants. 2 down, 8th inning. Roberts coming back 2-0 to Gilbert. And this pitch is right in there for a call strike. Very few fans have gone home. Cub fans hoping to have something to get excited about in the 9th inning. Cubs won the first 2 games of this series. Here's a swing and a miss. The batter Gilbert tried to check too late. Might have been a strike anyway. Giants with a run in, a man at second, 2 down, leading 5-1 8th inning. And the 2-2 from Ethan Roberts. Lifted to left, slicing toward foul ground and dropping untouched.
They just need to get out of this inning with only 1 run in, if possible.
Giants a team 15 games below 500. They are trying to finish the season series with each team winning 3 games between the Cubs and Giants. Here's the 2-2. Way outside and high. Giants took 2 out of 3 last weekend at Wrigley. Cubs have won the first 2 of this series here in Northern California. And the payoff pitch from Ethan Roberts. It's taken outside, ball 4. And back to the top of the order from Matt Chapman.
And that'll bring out Tommy Hotovy. I think he's just want to talk to his pitcher about being a little more on the attack. That one, he looked like he just kept trying to just clip the outside corner. Gilbert hasn't swung the bat well all year. You know, he would probably want to be more on the attack there, but, you know, might have been trying to just have ball running off the plate, too.
Matt Chapman is due up with 2 outs and 2 on. Chapman with his 7th home run. That's been the big blow of the game. The 5th inning 2-run home run that turned a 1-0 lead into a 3-0 lead. The Giants have held at least a 3-run lead ever since. Minnesota beat the Cardinals today 5-4 in the Twin Cities. The White Sox beat the Dodgers again. Did they win 2 out of 3 in that series?
Think so.
Now the pitch on the way to Chapman. It's inside.
Zach said earlier Montgomery hit his 17th home run for the White Sox.
Here comes the 1-0 from Ethan Roberts. Popped up foul and back out of play. Will Venable, manager of the Sox, former Cubs coach. Good man, very smart baseball man, very smart man, period.
He's got that team playing well.
The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. One of those real even keel guys. Never got too excited one way or another. It's probably a pretty good quality for most managerial spots at any level. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away off to the right.
See if Roberts can make a pitch here and get out of this inning.
Runners take their leads, first and second, and the 1-2 pitch to Chapman from Roberts. That's outside, 2-2. Roberts likes to throw that breaking ball, tries to get a lot of right-handed batters to chase pitches that are low and away, and some are close to the zone and some aren't. And now the 2-2. That's a fastball inside, and now it's 3-2. Traveling time for the runners.
Last pitch, good idea. Just didn't quite execute it the way he wanted. That pitch was well inside. Chapman had to get out of the way of it.
The next pitch is taken high for ball 4. And Ethan Roberts is struggling. Let's see if Craig Counsell feels obligated to make a pitching change. I think he will. Craig is going to head out to the mound. He is not yet motioned to the pen. There has been activity throwing out beyond the right center field fence, and the pitching change will.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, "Neil, where are you going?" He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Drew Goodman with a pair of home runs for Colorado. Pat?
Luis Arise, the batter. Jacob Webb, the new pitcher for the Cubs. And the left-handed batter takes outside. The bags are loaded here. Cubs are still alive in this game. It's only 5-1. And Webb trying to keep them within shouting distance. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from the right-hander to Arise. Looped foul, out of play, 1-1.
Webb with a good fastball in on the hands of Arise. Cubs need to get out of this inning right here.
Now the right-hander ready for the 1-1. Fastball high, that had some pop to it. You can hear it popping in the glove all the way up here. Arise nothing for 3 with a sacrifice. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, and the 2-1 from Jacob Webb. Outside, 3-1. There's not many options now. You've got to throw a strike to a good hitter. And the 3-1 swung on and missed. And an uncharacteristic swing of Arise. He was trying to hit that one into the drink.
Yeah, he was looking to hook that ball, and he might have chased the ball down out of the zone.
He also might have pulled something in his lower back.
Trying to swing so hard, he tweaked something.
Scoreboard tells fans to make some noise. 3-2, runners lead. The stretch. There go the runners. The pitch lifted foul and out of play.
Arise with constant gestures in the box with his body about his swing. Kind of a little reminder all the time of what he wants to do or doesn't want to do.
Bags loaded. 2 down. Full count. 3-2 pitch from Webb to Arise. Swinging a foul back right down below us.
doing a good job of staying alive. Webb makes some good pitches against him. Went to 3-1, and since then he's made a couple good pitches.
Webb trying to keep the Cubs with a chance to win as they trail by 4. Here comes the 3-2 to Luis Arise. There go the runners. The pitch hit in the air. Pop fly right side playable. Bush is there in shallow right near the line, making the catch to end the inning. Cubs need a big rally. Let's see if they can do it. Trailing 5-1 as we go to the 9th inning on the score.
Now let's check out some plays from the field that only a mother could love.
Thank you to all the mothers out there. We love you.
Too sweet.
Nicely done with the sign.
Vientos is not going to want this on his highlight reel, I'll tell you that. Some just don't know how to catch him.
Hubba bubba on Bubba.
You can even smell on his bat. Hitters are funny. Now he's talking to it.
Then Peters has some problem.
Heads up. Man alive.
Look, Mom, check out these top defensive plays.
Adele leaping, and he makes the catch.
He's unreal.
One of his patented run-saving miracles.
Welcome to the show, kid.
Put a star on that for Jarvis. Picked it right off the top of the grass. It was a snow cone.
That was sensational. Spectacular play by the Padres first baseman.
He jumps and he makes the catch. P-Crow awesome. Ryan Waldschmidt with a diving catch. What a catch by Eli White.
How about that?
Stewart takes off. Soft strike. Bang. Throw. Sailed into center. Stewart didn't realize it.
Yeah, this is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
It's interesting get up for the ballpark.
Yeah, looks like he needs some sun.
Yeah.
Looks like a cup. That might not help the footing.
Something comes flying onto the field there. Lucky that flew into a dead spot there.
Foul tip off the top of the glove. Looks up and is able to find it.
Welcome to the big leagues, Cole.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
To this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top of the 9th, Giants up 5-1. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
Okay, Zach, thank you. Ian Happ first up, 9th inning. Caleb Killian, former Cub right-hander, now pitching for the Giants, in relief of Logan Webb, who pitched a good ball game today. Let's see if the Cubs can turn this one around. They need base runners, and they need them very, very soon. Ian Happ takes high, ball 1.
Yeah, you just need to get the first couple guys on, and then, then you put some pressure on San Francisco. Then you run a ball in the gap, and, you're one swing away.
Strike to Happ, 1-1.
Cleanup hitters, sponsored by Chicagoland's Appliance Leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Samsung kitchen today at grandappliance.com.
Here comes the 1-1. On the way to Happ, off the outside corner. Pitching changes by the opposition, by the way, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. The 2-1. Popped up foul and over our heads and out of play. Ron, it's about time to name the Benny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game ball player. That is your assignment. Who do you like?
Well, Cubs have 7 hits in the game, but they're kind of scattered all the way through the lineup.
Fastball high to Happ, 3-2.
Say the one guy that did his job probably the best today would be Rolison. He threw 1 1/3 innings. He was the opener today, and he did his job very well. Ryan threw the heck out of the ball and got it to Colin Ray.
Happ drives it foul down the line and right.
So I think we'll go with him. He had 4 straight outs and kind of mowed through that Giant lineup. So he will be our toast of the game ball player, Ryan Rollison.
Happ trying to get on. And now the catcher, Susak, calling time.
I think Killian's shaking him off, and then they're not wondering. He's trying to wonder what he wants to throw. Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And we always appreciate them with their great sponsorship of Cubs Radio and the Score.
The catcher, Susak, now back behind the plate. Ian Happ waiting for the 3-2. Ian with powder blue batting gloves on either hand. And the payoff pitch. And he'll line one down the line and right in the corner, going foul. Hard hit ball, but pulled it foul. Ian just trying to get on any way he can. Michael Conforto is on deck, and then Pedro Ramirez. And the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pretty good fastball by Caleb Killian. Happ is out number 1. 9th inning, 5-1 Giants. And here's Conforto.
Yeah, the thing about Killian, even when he was with the Cubs, it was never an issue about his arm. He's got a great arm and has, great velocity on his fastball. It was more being able to throw enough strikes.
First pitch fouled away by Conforto.
Looks like the Giants got him, back on track here a little bit. You look at his numbers, he's okay.
0-1 on Conforto. And the left-handed batter chops it foul. 0-2.
I just don't think everybody is cut out to be a starting pitcher. And I think that, sometimes the mental and physical part, some guys have the physical, but the lead up to the game and all that mental kind of preparation and then, just the buildup of going into the game, some guys, that's not good for them. They go down to the bullpen and you get your number called and you go right in.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Conforto, taken high.
But you've seen that before,
yeah,
right?
I would add, Ron, unless you have been in the big leagues for a while, maybe as you become a 3 or 4 year veteran, then you can make that adjustment and you can become a starting pitcher. But right away, that's a big assignment.
Yep.
Starting a major league game. Here's a pitch down low, 2-2. Some guys need a year, 2, 3 years in the bullpen. Long relief, middle relief. And now the 2-2 to Conforto. And he'll take low and inside. The idea or the desire for every team is when they assess their pitchers, can you get the outs when we need you to get outs?
That's it.
3-2 on Conforto. And he will take strike 3 call. Conforto's going to challenge the call by home plate umpire Clint Vondrak. He thought it was outside. It looked like it might have been outside. Nope, on the outside corner.
Confirmed. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
Back-to-back strikeouts by Killian. And just like that, the Cubs are down to their last chance.
Yeah, a little backdoor breaking ball. This one just catches the outside corner. Excellent pitcher's pitch for strike 3.
Pedro Ramirez steps in. Pedro 0 for 3. Needs to reach to keep the Cubs alive. Here's a fly ball to shallow right. Jung-Hoo Lee makes a running catch. And the ball game is over. The Giants beat the Cubs today by a score of 5-1. Giants start to celebrate. We will be back with the totals and summaries again. The Giants win it 5-1 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Live in the Chicagoland area? Get all the Cubs games on the Odyssey app. AUDACY.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job. You tell him, champ! Who are you? I'm your inner Bosch. My inner... Bosch, baby! I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes. Like a window install? One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers. Oh. More like KO, am I right? Was that a punchline? Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers in light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a
DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville.